Well, look, as much as it's amazing having the vehicles and Ketut helping to supply transport for us to come up to the villages and help feed the people in the more remote parts of Bali. When we're talking remote, we're talking absolute goat trails to get in there and four-wheel drive tracks. And honestly, what we didn't really realise was when you come up to the side of a mountain, a giant volcano, and we didn't know where we were going. The local chief of the village said, just follow me. He's on a dirt bike. And he's tearing up the road on his little chook chaser. And unfortunately, luckily my van didn't have any dramas, but Ian's van, and he'd borrowed it off a mate. Ian's van, if you have a look at it, it's been up on bricks for the last couple of days. Now that wheel looks like an old spare tyre, and well, you know, that one looks like a brand new one. Well, he went through two low profile expensive tyres, and it's sort of like you've got to take what you can get when you're over here. Just to get the crew up here, you can't take it's not easy to get a four-wheel drive to do it. And maybe long term, if Bali Donate is going to continue helping people in remote villages, we probably need to look at maybe options of off-road vehicles or semi-off-road vehicles that can go a little bit of four-wheel driving, because the people furthest away are the people that need the most help. And in these vans, as much as they're a good little people mover, it doesn't give us access to the people that really need help. It doesn't give us the ability to cart anything of substance. Now we want to be able to get up the hill here and bring some water tanks and water purification systems and bricks and sand, so we can help build stairs and look after people. So I think long term we're going to have to look at maybe a second vehicle or something, maybe a way of putting these guys here. It's nice to see a 6 and a 4-year-old with their 2-year-old brother on the motorbike. But so look, it is a logistic problem, and it's a physical problem or limitation of what we're doing, and we can only do the best we can. And Bali Donate's going to make sure that Ian's not out of pocket for his tyres, but then that comes out of someone's pocket. So it's a cost of getting up here to help people. And like I was saying, we're probably going to have to look long term at transport options that allow us to either get up here and do what we're doing, because this is where we really need the most help, in some of the worst and the most remote locations. And whether, I don't know, whether we get a buggy and leave it up in this area that the Banjar can use or something might be a sensible way to do it.
This was definitely a village we needed to get to, but getting to it was almost impossible.
So, and we weren't to know until we've been here. And these guys come up and down the roads all the time, and maybe, I don't know, it's their car. So, but when you're borrowing someone else's car, you're renting a vehicle, if they knew where we were taking them, they might not rent them to us in the future. So, no, forget budget. or 3 days extra. Oh my God. So, but the bottom line is, we got up there, we fed over 40 families in a village. We were able to distribute some beautifully hand-sewn knitted beanies and that from some of our beanies. Oh, they yeah, absolutely love them. The people we took up that we're helping were just so touched and so motivated and moved by the journey that they want to come back and do it again. So that's fantastic. It was in the middle of distributing all this food and all this emergency aid, there was an absolute tropical thunderstorm, and we're sliding down this four-wheel drive track in two-wheel drive cars and on road motorbikes, not knowing where the wheels are going because you can't see the holes in the ruts. Luckily, actually, we've done a pretty good job. So, hey, Ian, sorry about your tyres.
It's an adventure.
It certainly was an adventure. It was. We started at 7 in the morning and we didn't get home till about 9:30 at night, and we had to come back up again today just to get it all sorted out. So, where we're going to go right now is we're going to go and see little Ketut. Now, if you remember, young man about 17 years old fell out of a coconut tree harvesting coconuts and was crippled, and for 5 years he spent his life on his back in his bedroom with a little old black and white TV and a radio, not able to get off his own mattress because his legs were all crippled up and it looked like his pelvis was crushed or his back was broken. We weren't sure. We came up and realised that firstly the arm crutches they gave him weren't giving him any support and weren't allowing him any opportunity to be able to develop muscles and to help himself out. So the first thing we did, with a lot of help from Daz, who's an ex-ambo and paramedic, he organised through you guys. He organised some forearm crutches, so we got the proper crutches that he can hold with his hands, and they clip onto his forearms. They gave him a little bit chance to sort of have a bit more mobility, but he didn't have the body strength, and using the wheelchair gave him a little bit more upper body strength. So a combination of things. Well, here's how crazy this whole donation thing is. Not only was this fella an ambo and a paramedic, this guy here was a cripple. Seriously, the big fella here has got more metal in his back than he's like a Meccano set, and he had a really heavy duty, almost off-road push cart. And he goes, "Muzz, is this any good to you?" I said, "Of course it is." So he's just come back over from Melbourne. He almost lives here in Bali and helps us every chance he can, but he's decided to bring his push cart. So we're going to go and take that up to our young Ketut, because that might give him the next level of stability, and maybe he's not ready for it yet, or maybe he's going to take straight off with it. But if he can start walking around a little bit more, then he's going to be a lot better off. Yeah. So we're going to go and try that. Again, a bit of a trial and error. We don't know how it's going to go for him, but while we're here, let's take advantage of the day. It's only a nice little small group, and we'll see if we can't help a few people. So hey, listen, follow us. I'm going to show you the road on the way down.
Bit of a rough crew.
I'll get the light. See no evil, hear no evil.
The rose between two thorns. All pricks.
I can't be speak no evil. I don't stop talking. All right, let's get going, guys. So sitting or driving through this really rough road on the side of a mountain, on the side of a volcano, active volcano at that, it makes you realise how hard the job must be for the local banjar, for the local council. They've not only got to service the roads, the education, the power, garbage collection, and the general health and welfare of the people in their villages, but Mr. Tamura, the local village leader, has over 4,000 houses or families that he's looking after at the same time, knowing who's sick, knowing who's got a job, knowing who's having problems is part of his job. And look, we're on a nice sealed road, but then you come up to a washaway where the river has actually overtaken the road. And look at this. So in a flash flood, guess where it all goes? Look, have a look at this. And this is, we're sort of crossing a creek bed now. And there's a rock fall, there's a waterfall down there when it rains. Tough times. And the services and the facilities and just the equipment available, really limited. And when you've got so much really important stuff to deal with, feeding the village and helping the people just to survive becomes far more important than being able to supply them with things like sanitation or garbage collection. So unfortunately, there's some pretty big things that we consider very important that have to take second access or second priority to basic human survival. Just makes me glad that I'm part of a team that can get out there and just ease a little bit more of that suffering and just help them out a little bit more, and that you guys are along for the ride too. So thanks, guys. Full set. And eggs.
Yeah, you've got eggs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Of course, after you, sir.
Go more eggs, honey. Bring more eggs.
They're not fertilised though. So I know for a fact that the incredible amount of gong is just to the peak is over there, because I've been here on a hot sunny day, but it's a little bit rainy today. Clouds that set in and the road's starting to get a bit slippery, but we made it up here. Hello. Apa kabar? Hello. You've got the mission on also a project above. Bagus.
Udah tambah kerja belum nih? Hah? Apa masih pakai stick yang lama?
Good. Bagus.
Do you want to adjust that first?
Yeah. Okay. Can we not feed him first for
Very strong.
Tujuannya itu tuh, bukannya kita sengaja nggak mau kamu naik kita.
Yeah, better.
Bagus? Yeah.
And then back, sit down.
You can really go down one more. Because he's actually starting to build a good bit of forearm. Look at the muscle thing.
Pak, turun ke bawah remnya. Pak,
Same as the crutches.
katamu ini kayaknya bentar lagi matanya katarak.
Okay.
Hati-hati.
Weight through his hands the same as the crutches. Okay.
Ya. Jadi tingginya kamu harus
Stand up. We're going
stand
to
up. Jadi kuatnya begini agak turun ke bawah.
Stop. Stop.
Nah, pantesan ini kurang turun.
Try that there.
The father.
No, same height as his crutches.
I think.
Same height as his crutches.
Nah, coba.
Got
Ini
big
buat
long
latihan
arms.
kakimu supaya kuat.
Yeah.
Ya. Nah, ini kan udah rem nih. Nah, kamu ini maju. Siap-siap. Backup, honey.
Back up that way.
Backup, honey.
Pelan-pelan.
Pelan-pelan aja.
Yeah, yeah.
Now tell him as he walks, he can squeeze.
Bawahnya itu dia sama kita bawain.
Okay. Turn around. Slow. Screw the stick.
Tujuannya buat dia
Kecil.
naik lagi bawahnya.
Kecil. And then squeeze. Slowly squeeze. Try and explain to him as he goes forward, if he squeezes the handle gently, it'll stop it going out.
It's just getting at the back.
Maksudnya dia kalau mau
Yeah,
maju,
it's okay, but
kalau
that-
jalannya
that'll
agak
be
turun, kamu agak tarik-tarik dikit supaya nggak meluncur maksudnya gitu.
Yeah, so just squeeze. Start with just gently
Pelan-pelan
squeeze.
aja dikit-dikit
Yeah,
gitu.
and then just
Ini lebih yakin nggak kamu bawanya? Bisa membantu. Kalau kamu udah
So, can we walk over to that white post and back?
yang sampai tiang ini coba.
I don't want him getting wet,
Iya.
but I want him to get used to that squeeze.
Kenapa? Agak lebih sulit. Kenapa? Ya karena kamu baru pertama.
Okay, you like it?
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult because cannot like that.
That squeezing
Yeah. Kamu ininya udah mulai gede lagi loh tuh. Ya kan? Ngerasa nggak ini kamu lebih ini? Kamu pakai yang itu juga? Masih pakai yang lama? Kenapa harus pakai itu?
Already, look at the muscle in his
Yeah.
arm.
Yeah,
This one stronger.
he's a lot.
Already more white the body.
Yeah. Can you explain to him he can come up one notch?
Iya.
Don't come up anymore.
Iya.
Because
Kamu buat
same height as
Kamu
this.
boleh naikin satu doang.
Same
Supaya
Same muscle
sama-sama
Same muscle.
ininya,
Because if
supaya
we have this
sama-sama,
different height,
ototnya
Your
sama.
muscle, and you'll end up being like this instead of being nice and straight.
Itu ada dua
Yeah, brother.
telurnya. Sama
Thank you.
niki apa namanya?
Thank you very much.
That smile's getting bigger and bigger. Yeah,
You work on the muscle.
Sama-sama. Ini ada selimut ya. Selimut ya. Semuanya terima kasih Bapak.
Nice, boss. Thank you.
Jumpa lagi.
Terima kasih.
Keep working, brother. Thank you.
Oh, pamit deh.
Hello, darling. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, guys, I'm so excited that we're able to do this, and because my mate Ian used to use that same mobility aid himself, he was able to bring it over with him when he came over from Melbourne the other week. If you are coming over to Bali and you have any things like that lying around, wheelchairs, crutches, even braces, arm braces, leg braces, these people do get hurt like a lot of other people. They just don't have access to the medical care and the facilities and resources we do. So every donation and every bit of equipment is bloody useful. Bloody good day, rain and all, we're still going to make it down the hill, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, there's enough weight at the back.
I'm just going to turn around now.
He was looking around to see what it was. He didn't know it was cancer.